It's a good idea to set up some data validation on cells where data is going to be entered. It's not going to stop mistakes, but it will help to reduce them. So for example here on the cost per item, we want to allow data with decimal points, but we only want to allow 2 decimal points, and we want to ensure that the cost per item can never be less than 0. Now, it'd be unusual to get anything for 0, but you could theoretically, but you can't get something for less than 0. So highlight the data or the column where you want to apply the validation. Go to the Data tab, and here where it says Data Tools, in this top right one, Data Validation. Click onto that, and the Data Validation window will appear. The first thing that we need to do is choose the settings. So allow any value. Well, we're going to allow decimals. If you don't want decimals, you could choose whole numbers. So allow decimals. And we're going to allow data. We can choose greater than, less than, equal to. So if our most expensive shoe was, say, £100, then we could say between, or we could say greater than or equal to. So let's choose between. And the minimum is going to be 0. And the maximum is going to be 100. Once you've done that, we then need to have an input message, and this is what the person will see who's going to enter the data. So give it a title. So we've said please only enter values between 0 and 100. And then we can have an error alert. So if they make a mistake, we can have Excel flag up an error. So it will only show it after the invalid data has been entered. And we can choose the style of icon that we want to show. So we can have a warning, we can have information. You choose the one that you want to appear. We then need to give it a title, and then you need to tell them what they've done wrong. It's no use having an error alert when somebody doesn't know what they've done wrong. When you've done that, click OK. And now when you hover over this, you can see there's our input message that we put in. Let's try entering a value of 120. And it shouldn't allow us. You see, we've now got the error message that we set up. So there's the title, invalid data, there's the icon we picked, and here's the useful message. You can only enter values between 0 and 100. So we can retry or we can cancel.